Hello everyone, my name is Jimmy. Welcome to The Last Lap, where we bring you guys the latest news in NASCAR. In today's episode, we will be giving you guys a preview of the NASCAR Xfinity and NASCAR Cup Series races at Phoenix. We'll also provide you guys with one piece of news that we found out throughout the week. Before we hop into that though, we just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow and reach new people. So we would really appreciate it if you guys did that for us. And then outside of YouTube, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at The Last Lap News. That will be linked down in the description down below. So without further ado, let's hop into some news. So Matthew, how you doing today?
I'm doing good as always. Just finally some warm days up here.
Dude, I know, right? So we're both in Virginia, for those of you guys who don't know. I'm in Virginia Beach, he's in Lynchburg. But the weather here has been crazy for the past few weeks. Like rain, cold, snow, whatever. This week we finally have some good weather, so
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it. Get some outside activities going. I'm a golfer. I love going out and golfing and all that good stuff. But let's hop into some news, man. Let's go.
All I'm doing is work.
Dude, schoolwork. Alright, so let's hop into some news. The first thing we're going to talk about has to do with Kevin Harvick, who drives the number 4 car in the NASCAR Cup Series. It was announced that he will be racing in the Truck Series race at the Bristol Dirt Race, which is later this month. That will be on Saturday night, and the Cup race will be on Sunday. So he's going to drive the number 17 for David Gilliland Racing. And Matthew, what's your thought on Kevin Harvick taking this opportunity to drive the number 17 truck for the trucks at the dirt race at Bristol?
Well, I think it's great. It's been a while since we've seen Kevin Harvick in the Truck Series. The last time I can remember was when he and Ty Dillon got in a little scuffle at Martinsville a few years ago. But other than that, it's good for him. It's more practice for him. And I think more Cup drivers are going to follow suit in this. So I don't think he'll be the only Cup driver. I think there's going to be a couple more. They're just trying to find open rides because everybody's trying to get in this race. So it's going to be a really competitive race to whoever gets in the race, because there's going to be a lot of trucks entering in, I feel like.
Yeah, there's already a few names that aren't racing in the truck race, but in the USAC Nationals race, they'll be held earlier in the week. I know Chase Elliott's in it, Kyle Busch is in it, and I wouldn't be surprised if that list continues to grow in the next few weeks as we lead up to the Bristol Dirt Race. Like drivers like Christopher Bell might enter in, and then anyone else who might not have any experience on dirt. I can't really think of any big-time examples of drivers that don't have experience on dirt, but there's plenty of Cup drivers that probably have never even raced on dirt. I know Chase Elliott didn't even race on dirt until like last fall or winter when he did the race, the Chili Bowl. So, but I'm sure there'll be plenty more drivers who get in either truck rides or USAC rides or whatever kind of ride they can get themselves into, because dirt, this is the first time NASCAR in the Cup Series has raced on dirt in quite a while. I know the truck race has done it at Eldora the past few years, but not a lot of people race in that. So it'll be interesting for sure when NASCAR comes around to Bristol at dirt for the truck and Cup race at that track. So now we're going to transition into something else. So today, the day that we're recording this, which is on Thursday, is the 1-year anniversary of COVID being announced as a pandemic. It's kind of sad to announce that it's like an anniversary to say. It's kind of like a bad thing to announce that as an anniversary, but I think it's kind of a good thing to show how far we've come in the past year, especially in the past few months, as the vaccine's been developed and places are starting to open back up little by little. As far as NASCAR is concerned, I believe they did a very good job last year handling the situation as best as they could. Not that many COVID cases were recorded. Only 2 Cup Series drivers had COVID, a few pit crew members, but other than that, not that many positive tests, which is amazing. kind of compare it to the NBA bubble almost. Like, they had zero testings there, whereas like now in the NFL, there's like tons of COVID tests and people testing positive and everything. Or well, the NFL's over, but like the NFL season in general, there were a bunch of tests for positive and everything like that. But Matthew, what's your thoughts on NASCAR and how they've handled COVID last year, and I guess even into this year too?
Well, I feel like they handled it really well as they could. Very little positive tests, which is a good thing. Um, I just can't wait for full capacity again. Um, just recently news, I'm going to a couple races this year finally. It's been like over a year since I got to go to a race because last year I couldn't go to any, and that broke my 13-year streak of going to these races. My first one was in Richmond in 2008, so it just feels relieving to finally get back to the racetrack again this year. I still think they need more practice in qualifying because I think a lot of drivers like to have that, especially the smaller teams. Even though President Steve Phelps did say that they're going to have more next season because Fox Sports really wants it back as well, and they definitely need it back. I mean, F1, they could go to any country. They have as many practice and qualifying as they want, so they need to bring more of those back. At least they brought some of it back this year. But they need to bring it back every race like normal. Because there's no reason to, be worried about having a problem before you even get to the green flag in lap 1. But other than that though, everything's gone great for NASCAR in terms of what's been going on this past year.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they had practice and qualifying every week, at least some type of track time where they could get like maybe even 30 minutes even. That's not even that much time just to get a few laps and make sure there's nothing wrong with their car. We think of the incident with Noah Gragson at the Daytona Road Course in Xfinity where he couldn't even fire his car before the race started and he couldn't get off a pit road and went a few laps down and all of that. So it'd be nice for just them to be able to get a few laps.
That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, they should be able to get at least a few laps, maybe 30 minutes or an hour. But I am glad that NASCAR is being consistent, though, and they announced the races that were going to have practice already, which I do like. I don't think it would have been viewed well if, like, it's a week-to-week basis, whether, we're going to have practice this week, but next week we're not going to have practice at this track. So I think it's good that NASCAR went ahead and established those races already ahead of time, just so there isn't that inconsistency factor. But it would be nice if they could get on track for 30 minutes or something every week. But for consistency, as far as that's concerned, I'm glad that NASCAR at least already set in stone what races are going to have practice this year. But hopefully next year, 2022, with the next-gen car and with COVID cases going down more, hopefully by then we'll have practice and qualifying every week. But for now, there's only, I think it was 8 races they announced at the beginning of the year, right? Wasn't it 8 or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. But, now we're going to transition into our picks for the week. So it's just Xfinity and Cup this week at Phoenix, which held the championship races last year. It held the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup. But this week it's only going to be the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series racing there. So, Matthew, go ahead and give me your Xfinity pick.
So, my Xfinity pick is going to be, this might be a surprise, but I think it'll be Justin Haley because he was in the Final Four last year at Phoenix, and even though he wasn't the best of the championship 4, I feel like that experience will help this kid grow. So I think Justin Haley is going to make it a 2-win streak for Calling Racing.
That's a little bit of a surprising pick, but not necessarily since he did make the Final Four last year. As for me, I'm going to pick the champion, Austin Cindric. That's probably not a surprise at all. And that's probably like the third or fourth week in a row I've picked that guy to win. So he's got to win eventually. I mean, personally, I'm not a fan of Penske cars, and he hasn't won every time I picked him, so maybe it's like a good thing that I'm picking him. Maybe every time I pick him, he won't win. I don't know. Either that or eventually I'll get it right. I don't know. But Austin Cindric is going to be my pick for Xfinity.
I'm going to keep an eye on Ty Gibbs, though, because he's racing again this weekend. We all know what happened in his first start, so who knows? He might win again, but I don't think so, because I mean, I know it was his first start he won, but it's not going to happen every race, so I think he's going to have some learning to do this week.
Yeah, if we had like a sleeper pick category for Xfinity, I think Ty Gibbs would definitely be in that category. But now we're going to transition into the Cup picks, where, of course, we have our 3 picks, our main pick, our threat pick, and our sleeper pick. So, Matthew, give me your 3 picks.
Well, for my main pick, Hendrick has been strong already at the start of the season. And I think Kyle Larson's going to go back-to-back here this weekend. All these races so far, he's been up front, having a fast car, and he won last weekend, so I think Larson's going to go back-to-back this weekend at Phoenix. My threat is going to be Kevin Harvick, a.k.a. the King of Phoenix. Even though he hasn't won yet in this reconfiguration of Phoenix, he still has so many wins at that track, so he's still like the King of Phoenix. So I got Harvick as my threat. And my sleeper is actually going to be Kyle Busch, and my reason why is ever since the reconfiguration of Phoenix, he's already won there like twice. Once in the fall of 2018, one in the spring of 2019, and every time he's always been up front. So I think he'll be a sleeper for this race.
I swear you hate Chase Elliott, man. I swear you hate the man.
What?
How can you not pick the man?
Kyle Larson's been strong so far this year.
How can you? Yeah, so all Hendrick cars have been dominant, like you said. And Chase Elliott won there last year, man. But I don't know. I think you just hate Chase Elliott.
He's only had one. He just hasn't had the luck so far to get more top 10s.
Yeah,
so
luck can change.
Then Larson.
Luck can change on a week-to-week basis, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways.
Hey, I picked a Hendrick driver. I thought I'd be more happier.
Anyways, so my main pick, pretty obvious, Chase Elliott. So my reasoning behind that is that he won this last year in the fall, and obviously won the championship because of it. And like you said, Hendrick Motorsports has been off to a strong start. William Byron won at Homestead. Kyle Larson won last weekend at Las Vegas. And I believe that streak will continue, but with another driver in Chase Elliott. My threat pick is going to be Brad Keselowski, because last year in the Final Four, he was the only guy who seemed like he could keep up with Chase Elliott throughout the whole race. Obviously, his pit crew kind of let him down there, but he was the only guy that I think had a chance that whole race. And Penske, they were very, very good at Las Vegas last weekend. Obviously, there was like that clip where they were racing 3 wide. It was like Brad on the inside and Logano on the outside, or flipped. I don't remember. And Kyle Larson was in the middle, and they were just like 3 wide for 2 or 3 laps straight. So Brad Keselowski is going to be my threat pick. And then I have a legit sleeper, because I don't know how Kyle Busch is a sleeper if he's won twice at that track. But anyways.
3 times. He's won there 3 times.
That makes him even more of a sleeper. Man, oh my gosh. Kyle Busch a sleeper? Anyways. So I'm going to go more kind of underdog route as a sleeper. And I'm going to pick Ryan Newman. That's going to be my sleeper pick. Because he won there back in 2014, 15. I don't even remember what year. He won one of the spring races there. And Roush Fenway Racing has shown good speed, like not top tier speed with where Hendrick and Penske are right now, I believe. But you saw at Homestead, Chris Buescher was in the lead for most of that race, and Ryan Newman was up there too. And since Ryan Newman has a win at Phoenix, Ryan Newman's gonna be my sleeper pick. So I bet you didn't expect that one. I bet you had no idea I was gonna pick that.
Yeah, it surprised me a lot.
But that's gonna wrap up today's video, guys. We hope that you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to comment down below your predictions for the week. It's Xfinity and Cup. And then on Monday, we'll be coming out with our review video, and we'll be rating each race to see how well we thought it was on a scale of 1 to 10. So once again, just a reminder to click that subscribe button. It really does go a long way. And then on Instagram and Twitter, at The Last Lap News, I'll be on Twitter during the race, just tweeting and retweeting what's going on and whatever. And we'll be posting some stuff on Instagram this week too. But that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.